Swapna ma'am to Dheya Masterpieces. How are you doing today?
Doing good, Suruchi. Thank you. Thank you for having me here today. And how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you so much. Can we know a bit about yourself and your career journey?
Sure, absolutely. So I started my career almost like 15 years back,
Mhm.
and almost like so I started immediately right after my graduation working in SAP labs, and then I spent about like a 1 year working on enterprise level domain, and then I went to United States, started working from 2007 over there in a various domains. And it was a very good exposure, not just being on the technical aspect point of view as a software engineer, working as at any stack level, be it a design or the back end or the front end or at the product requirements level, at the user level,
Mhm.
getting exposure at the different domains. And it was a very good exposure, not just to the different culture and also different work culture and
Mhm.
also the network domains, right? Like there were various, like a finance domain and network domain, like HP and workforce domain, and also mobile industry.
Mhm.
So I did get a various exposure domain wise and different work culture wise and in depth of technical expertise level wise of various cultures. It was really good working with different various culture people.
Mhm.
So I just got relocated after working almost close to 15 years in US to India last year.
Mhm.
And then here I'm continuing my career again with a similar multinational company,
Yeah.
Cisco. So it has been a very good journey. People are welcoming. I didn't feel after working in 15 years away. I'm working in a different work. Of course, there's a different varied factors, but it is indeed been a very good experience too.
Right.
So yes, and again I came to India. So again, immediately I got a challenging role. So it's been a very good roller coaster experience in the career.
Motivated you to become a career mentor?
So right, very good question, right? So I could just give you like a very few examples of why I feel that I can be a career mentor and really be that pivotal point to next generations or even to the people who are looking for guidance, right? So quite a few examples. One example is when I was in US, obviously, like I got a very challenging role where no
Mhm.
one wanted to work on converting a product to a new generation technology base, a legacy product.
Mhm.
And I took over it. At the same time, the challenging part was I had to deal with the offshore team and the on-site team. And
Right.
and I got a very good chance to work with Russian team who was very strong-minded people and very, very in-depth technical knowledge.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is a different of a strong mindset that it's very hard to convince when you have to really get the design approvals done, right?
Right. Right.
So
Yeah.
due to which various people had to step back. So I took time in terms of analyzing what is their total point, right? Instead of just say, okay, this is not good. I went in the approach of, okay, this is the design we have, that is the design you have, and how could we understand the pros and cons of this approach, right? So
Mhm.
then it was very easier for them to see what the other person is actually saying.
Mhm.
And after quite a bit of a quarter effort working together like this, we were able to consume almost like close to 15 early customers for our company.
Mhm.
It was finally released. So that's
Yeah.
one thing. And recently, also, when I got migrated to India, so I got a similar challenging that a person who was leading a team, she left because of the stress.
Mhm.
And I had to take over where everyone had a different opinion about the team.
Yeah.
And so finally, I took over. There was various challenges, right? Like being in that hot spot. It's not just about like there were inputs like okay, the person who had left, he or she was supposed to consolidate the workforce capacity in the team, and they didn't want to do. And
Mhm.
at the same time, the potential of the individual team members in that team. So there were
Mhm.
various factors to deal with. And
Yeah.
finally, after 6 months in a team of period that I took over the team, uh,
Mhm.
that is one of the high potential performing team.
Right.
Everyone wants to be part of the team now. So and the other and so I was that gave me confidence, like, okay, it's more about we identifying individual potential instead of just blaming the whole team.
Yeah.
And I make them analyze that particular pivotal point of their potential and give
Mm-hmm.
them the scope of really enriching that particular attribute instead of just
Correct.
saying, okay, we are doomed, right?
Yeah.
So that really gave them a lot of confidence, and so I was able to do this multiple times for multiple teams.
Mm-hmm.
I have very good personal experiences. My own 7-year-old, who was actually 6-year-old last year, so he
Mm-hmm.
was not into chess at all. So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of brainstormed him for a couple of times, okay, and I also had a little bit of coach coming in 101, and he was resisting obviously initially.
Yeah.
And I spent like about month spending time with him, talking over, okay, and now he wants to play tournament full time.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, okay, I didn't have this kind of a career guidance when I actually grew up, right? I wish I had. So
Yeah.
I could have been in various domains, probably, if not the software.
Yeah.
So I thought probably if I'm able to make a difference in 7-year-old, 6-year-old life, and also like a mid-level career level persons in multinational company, I could actually help out, if not for a self-interest, even as a hobby, and help out with next generation, whatever I have learned, transfer it to a next generation level, right?
Yeah.
So probably that might help. It's a cross chain basis to transition process. So that is one of the main key interests I have to spread around.
How do you think, or how do you project to progress your career as a mentor with us?
Right. So see, this is going to be like an give and take also, because now I'm totally into both hands-on technical and also people management.
Yeah.
It will also give me a good experience about how positively I can make difference at the work life too, and
Mm-hmm.
at the same time personal life, and in the community that I live into, right?
Yeah.
So that is where I thought, once I saw the really difference in my own son and at office at multiple teams, I thought I can even learn myself a lot about it. If I'm good at it, probably I can tune myself in the direction and
Yeah.
make difference in many lives, and also in my life, my own life, and understand my own inner soul personality better than what I know.
Yeah.
And also make myself visible to people in a different vertical than I'm really projecting at this point.
Do you have any message for the parents and the students?
So, parents and students, please explore yourself. Don't get confined with the books. Don't get confined with your boundaries of inputs you're getting in daily life, but go get exposed yourself on what are the domains or what are the possibilities you have.
Mm-hmm.
Understand your potential, explore your potential and strengths. You will figure out. You might need initially a mentor, but eventually you will be your own mentor. So, live the kids to understand themselves. Give them the spark points, but let them spark themselves.
Thank you so much, Swapna ma'am, for connecting with me today, and I hope that our journey goes a long way.